Hi everyone, my name's Lorenza and welcome to my Tuesday Night Live. Now, sorry I'm a little bit late tonight. Between the drama of kids getting home from scouts and bath time and shower time and all of that, but anyway, I'm here, so it's 8:07, so just a little bit of a late start. So tonight I'm going to talk about my A to Z sewing guide, but while I wait for people to come online, I always do my wrong side and my right side. So that's something good that's happened and something bad that's happened in the last few weeks in regards to sewing or my social media account. And so I've definitely got some good right sides for the last fortnight. So one of them being that I hit 100,000 followers. I honestly can't believe that every time I look at my account. Well, I can and I can't believe it. I get that it slowly goes up, but every time I log into my account, I still just see the big 100 and I'm like, oh my gosh, so that just seems crazy to me. So that's definitely a right side. I've got a few. I'm also really happy. I feel like I've got my sewing mojo back from sewing that flower dress, even though people had a go at me for not matching the seam. It doesn't really matter. It was just really good to make a nice, quick make and enjoy it. So now I'm getting into those shorts. So I've got to make the calico version of that. Now my wrong side, so with my pressing cloths, I've got these little lovely black labels I put on them, and they were from my namesake label I worked out today in 2014 when I got them printed. And it's actually my mum's handwriting that says Lorenza on there. So I think I ordered like 150, maybe 200. I honestly can't remember. So they were sewn into the clothes that I sold, and I had a bunch of them left over, and I thought it would be a good idea to put them onto the pressing cloths. But so many of you have ordered these pressing cloths that I noticed that the label pile I had was dwindling, and a few weeks ago I completely ran out. So I've ordered some more, but not the same. I've ordered the newer version with just the simple little L on it. But for any of you that got that old original version, you won't get any more of them because I had them printed 11 years ago. So I don't know if that's my wrong side or my right side. It's lovely. I've used them all, but I'm a little bit sad that they're all finished. So I'm eagerly awaiting the new ones. And I need to email the people who have put in their orders for pressing cloths and ask if they want to wait for the new ones or they're happy to have it without. So I want to talk about my A to Z sewing guide. Thank you to people who have already downloaded and purchased it, but I've definitely had some questions. So I wanted to talk just more about it and also where I got the idea for it. And just talk more about it so I could explain it. And I feel like reels are a bit boring with this kind of thing, so it's not very engaging. So I wanted to talk and do a live about it. Now, where I got the idea was, look, I'm a very process-driven, organised person, especially at work, if you haven't figured that out about me already. And when I started a job in 2015, 2016, I got there and look, it was a bit of a mess from previous people, I think, who had worked there over a long period of time and nothing was really documented. So I got there and I was like, okay, I need to build this place so if I leave, everything is documented somewhere. So I started this thing just called an A to Z. And every time I got an email or a snippet of information, I was like, I'm going to put it in this A to Z. I shared it with the team and I said, if you guys get anything else, please also put it into this A to Z. And it became this amazing document that still lives on at that workplace. I'm not there anymore. But it's just this great repository of all that stuff that's not stuck in your emails or stuck somewhere saved or bookmarked. Instead, it's all in this one live document that you can just keep adding to. So sure enough, when I started the current role I'm in, I brought that idea over as well and said, let's have an A to Z. And I still think it is one of just the best ideas because when I move on from a role, everyone's got all that information that came into my inbox, all those great nuggets, snippets of information that when you leave with you in your inbox. So I love all that kind of knowledge sharing and putting it together so everyone else can access it. I just don't see the point in holding on to knowledge. I've always been like that as a designer. If I can show someone how to do something, I'm happy to show it to them. I'm not going to gatekeep it and say, no, that's my job. So I'm very much like that with sewing as well. So what was happening was people are always messaging me saying, where's that stabilizing reel? Or where's the reel you did on hems? And I'm very happy to search through my reels and find it for people and send it on. But I'd say in the last 6 to 8 months, I'm up to, I think, like maybe 700 reels now. And I was scrolling and scrolling and scrolling, trying to find them for people. And I thought, this isn't sustainable for me. I'm spending ages trying to find reels for people. I had dabbled with trying to put some of them onto a website and reposting them. But then I thought, why don't I just put them all into this clickable, interactive PDF, and there's a contents and you can click through the contents and find all of my technical reels in the one spot. So that is the idea where it came from. It is from me being at work and wanting to always just gather information and put it in one spot where everyone can access it. and keep a kind of live document updated. So that's my idea. And the other question people are asking about it, they're saying like, can I save it? How do I access it? So of course I bought it myself. So I'm just going to show you here. And I feel like a very elder millennial / Gen X doing this, showing you on an iPad, but I still figure it's the best way to do this. So when you do order it, you're going to get a link straight away that says, an email. So you've got an email straight away from me or from Stan that says, hi, thanks for ordering it. And you'll get a link there and it says the A to Z Ultimate Sewing Guide. So I'll just show you, that's what it looks like. And then you click that link and that takes you to, whoops, I pressed the wrong thing. Of course, this is going to happen when I'm doing a live. So you press the link and then that will load, that loads the PDF straight away and you can access it there. And it's a little bit hard, but then you can scroll and when it gets to the contents, you can necessarily click on something in the contents and it takes you to that page like I showed in the reel. But essentially I want to show people that it comes through as this link to your email. And that link though, so once you've got that email with that link, when I do an update of the PDF, sorry, I keep coughing. When I do an update of the PDF, that link will still link you to the absolute newest PDF, the newest version that there is. So I don't have to email everyone again. You don't have to download it from anywhere. I will just replace that file when I do an update. And in that email, you just click on it and you still get the newest version. So with that email, you can obviously, you can do it on an iPad, an iPhone, your computer, you can download it to anywhere. I don't mind how many times you download it, where you save it, what you do with it. I will ask, please don't share it with people. Send them to the store and say, hey, you can buy your own, but you're welcome to download it to every device you've got and you can save that version. When I do a new update, I'll probably email everyone or pop it up as a story and say, hey, I've added a bunch more reels or tutorials, and that newest version will still be in that email. It's that same linked version, if that makes sense. I hope I'm making sense when I explain this. So the first edition I did of it, I chose 16 topics, which was 40 videos. I thought that would be a good start. So please let me know other ones you want to add, because I know I have lots of other technical reels, but I just sort of wanted to start small and then I thought I could grow it from there. So it can just keep growing and evolving, and every time I create more reels and YouTube tutorials, I will just add them into this guide. So once you've purchased it, you've got it forever and you'll always have access to the newer versions that I put out. So I hope that explains it. And look, I think this is such a good idea because my husband's messaging me trying to make me laugh on this, but I'm going to ignore his messages. I think it's such a great idea because you could buy a sewing book, but you still got to read it and look at all the diagrams. Whereas for this, if you can't remember something, you can literally go to the contents, click on the contents. It'll take you straight to the videos and you can watch those videos. So you can click on the little thumbnail and it takes you to the video and you can watch it straight away there and then. So to me, I think this is the best idea besides Googling something and then watching videos on YouTube. But I guess you're essentially Googling Lorenza's videos within this guide just to find all of my videos. So if you like the way that I explain things, and sewing tips and tricks, then I think this guide is going to be great for anyone, especially if you just want a refresher on something. It is very hard to remember everything about sewing. I know for me, I often have to hop on YouTube to refresh myself for definitely certain techniques. So yeah, that is it. That is the sewing guide. Like I said, thank you to those of you who have already purchased it. You've got updates for the rest of your life coming from me for that. And if any of you are unsure about purchasing it, just have a look at the Stan Store where I describe it and talk about it, and I've got some thumbnails about it. But essentially you get sent a link, and it's a link to a PDF that will I'll continue to update. And look, I think it's great because everything's clickable in it, and I've even got a little back to contents button. But also I'm really open to feedback. If any of you think the back to contents button is too big or too small, please tell me what you want me to update about this, because I'll show you my back to contents button. That little button there, if you press that, it will take you back to the contents. So obviously my job as a designer has helped me build and make this because that is what I'm skilled at doing. So I see this as this great kind of mash together of me being able to put all my videos and tutorials into this great kind of ebook interactive PDF. So that is all. I hope I've explained that relatively well and answered the questions those of you who had about, I want it on my iPad, I want it on my phone, how do I download it and still use it? If you have any further questions though, please just message me. and let me know, or comment on this reel and I can answer them for you. So yeah, that's it. I feel like I've fully launched it now. That is my ultimate sewing guide, the A to Z, how I came up with the idea, why I think it's such a good idea, and yeah, that I will just keep adding onto it. So that's it. Thanks, Mum. Mum just said very informative. At least she didn't type banana. I don't know why my husband just did that. I'll go and talk to him right now. Everyone have a lovely rest of their Tuesday night. I'm looking forward to updating you on the shorts. I've never sewn anything with brocade before, so I'm slightly terrified. It's already what's the word? It's like molting all over my room at the moment. So I'm going to need to overlock all of that fabric as soon as I cut it out. So that's it from me. Everyone have a nice night, and I'll chat to you in a few weeks. Or someone just commented, wow, that sounds fantastic. Yes. I'm happy because I've got somewhere to reference now to send people reels straight away. I can find them really quickly. So yeah, that's it. Everyone have a good night. Thanks. Bye.